Let's go over how to add a brand new customer where you have no information about the customer and no information about product and assign him to a particular area. Now, obviously, I can just assign him to an area that I know I want to put him in. I also can do an available search where it'll ask me all the information about his product. It'll search all the areas and tell me what places I'll be able to put this customer in. We're going to go over where we're assigning him to a particular area. And let's say I want to assign him to C16. Okay. Now, it wants to know, okay, who do you want to assign? So when you click here, it's always going to look at your customer database. Now, I can key in a telephone number. Most of our customers keep track of customers by telephone number, so you may want to do that. But let's assume I didn't do that. I just asked him for his initials, and maybe his last name is New. Nope. It looked for everybody. It didn't find anybody in that name. Now, just to be safe, you can search your customer file by anything you want. You can put in first name, last name, address, anything. So let's say, well, let me just make sure I don't have you in here. I'm going to make sure what I got for Tom's. I don't have you in here. He's not here. So I'm going to hit the escape key. And now I want to say, yes, I want to add him in. Now, I don't have to use the mouse. I can just hit the enter key because that's the default. Now, keep in mind, there's a video that you can click here. It will give you all the information about this screen in great detail. So you probably want to watch that video if you're not familiar with this particular screen. I'm going to just show you the things that are most important. What I would do is I would enter in his name. And next thing I'd probably want to do is put in a zip code. The only reason is at least you know exactly where he comes from. The other things that's important is his phone number. And I would key in his email address. I would key in his mobile phone number. There again, the system has complete capabilities to email customers and send texts to customers. So those are important fields to key in. Next field that's kind of important, if you're going to allow this customer charge. So you're going to bill your accounts receivable and you're going to give him a charge account pretty much. You need to select this and you need to put in an amount, if credit amount. That's pretty much all you really need to do. I'm going to hit F4. Now, it says here that you didn't put in a customer number. Everybody has to have a unique customer number. Now, auto-generate customer account number is yes. I don't want to do that. The system will auto-generate a number, and that's fine. It'll do that for you automatically, and some people like to do that. I want to actually use his phone number, so I'm going to click right here. It assumed that, okay, I want to use his phone number. I keyed it in. That's what I use for my account number, and I'm going to say yes. Now, there again, if you want the computer just to assign an arbitrary number, you can do that. Phone numbers are usually what most people use because now it makes it easy when a customer comes in. What's your phone number? You type it in, he pops up on the screen. I'm going to say OK to add. Yes. So now my customer is here. I've got my customer. Now we're going to hit the escape key here. And now it says, OK, I know you, John. I know you live in Riverside. What do you have for a product? Now, there again, you don't have to enter everything in here you need. There's a video that goes over all this information in great detail. Also, this stuff that's called Your Choice, those are fields that you would have defined of what you want those to be. Most people don't know the VIN number, so we're going to skip that. I'm going to go in here, and what is this? Now, there again, if it's not in this drop-down, you can hit Add and add it new. But let's just say, okay, it's a 4 Winds. Now, what is the product? And there again, you can keep, a lot of people, like if it's a boat, they may want to, hey, it's a pontoon with a bar rider. That's up to you. You can add new stuff on the fly. I'm just going to say, hey, it's a boat. If you want to put in the model, you can put a model. And there again, you can enter as much information as you wish. You don't have to put all the stuff in. The most important things, and that's all I'm going to key on now. So if you just want to put somebody in, you don't have a lot of time, I don't have time to fill all this stuff in, don't bother. Just put it in here. The things that are important. Boat name is nice because now the boat name will print out on things, and you can also, so I'm just going to call it New Boat. And this is something that's kind of important. What is the length of the boat? Okay, maybe it's, 25, and this is inches. So maybe it's 25.5 feet. Maybe the beam is 14 feet, and it takes maybe 3 feet of water. So that's important because when you're billing, if you're billing by the foot, it's going to look at that. So that's really all you need to do. I mean, okay, that's all I need. I'm in a hurry. I don't have time to fill this stuff in, and I'm going to hit add. And now it's basically saying, hey, you need to generate a stock number. Every product that's in your system has to have a unique stock number. You can say no and manually keep something in. Most people just let the computer do it. It's not that important because you can look things up by anything you want. So now what I just did is I added my new customer. I added the information about his product. And there again, literally, it probably can do this in less than a minute. Now I'm going to hit the escape key. And now here's the slip. Now it's exactly like you were signing somebody that was there before. Here's the name of his boat. Here's the information about it. Here's the length and size. If I want to assign him, I'm going to hit assign. And now I can print out his contract. If I wish to print out his contract, we'll just do that quickly. And this is obviously an interactive one, so we can just click on the things that we want to do. We can have him sign it. And we're going to expedite things. I'm not going to do that. And obviously we can put in his insurance information, enter all his insurance. Also, if you wish to get a copy of his insurance, attach it to the slip, you can hit user define. That gives you the ability to attach that document right to the slip. After that, and there again, once this stuff is filled in, you'll have the date when it expires. Now, if you want to build the customer, you're going to click right. Okay. So now we've got the bill of $31.87. Now you can just save it, bill them out later, get a deposit later, do whatever you want. You don't need to go any further than this. But there again, if you want to take a deposit, let's just take a deposit for the sake of argument here. We're going to say, give me, say $2,000. And yes, the balance is going to be this right here. I'm going to hit save it because I just want to save this whole thing. How is he going to pay? Let's do a credit card sale. And there again, we're going to charge him a credit card fee. We're going to swipe his credit card in. We're going to get a signature so we can sign it. Hopefully it gets approved. And we're going to sign it. And here we go, the signature. And we're done. That's how easy it is. And now we just assign this customer, this new customer, to C16. So there again, even putting in a brand new customer, once you've done this a few times, you can enter all the information about the customer in less than a minute, assign them, collect your money, and you're done. Have a great day.